Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Beaky, and let's talk about the PlayStation 5 event. Yeah, this weird curved router looking console. Now, all things considered, I actually do like the V shape. It definitely does represent the number 5 in numerals because, well, it's the fifth system and it makes sense for them to go with that design. But I was not expecting this. I definitely was. But today I actually want to go ahead and click through some of the announcements and just talk about what I liked from the announcement. And if you guys missed it, well, clearly they have actually uploaded all the content on YouTube in their own separate videos in higher resolution than watching that stream, which was quite laggy in some points, but I don't blame them. There was like almost 2 million people watching at some point. So yeah, it was a doozy. So the PS5 itself, I like the way it looks. I like the way the controllers look. I'm glad that they have new accessories they're going to be bringing out from the camera, the headphones, and integrate everything together and moving on to the next generation, making it feel like you're getting something fresh and new when you go ahead and upgrade instead of it being just a samey and a small step upgrade. I want something significant with my console upgrades. Personally, I want a big leap if I can get it, right? Other than that, they did go ahead and announce a new Ratchet and Clank game that we're seeing right now in the background on my laptop. I'm a big Ratchet and Clank fan, as you guys know. If you guys see my trophies, I go into those games, and yeah, I'm gonna play this one. It looks great from Insomniac. I'm a fan. There's no question that I'm getting this, and it looks like the fun time I want to play with my family, have them sit in the background. The kids always like to see me play these games, so yeah, definite win right here. Moving on from that, they did go ahead and announce this new game over here called Stray. It seems to be follow along a stray cat in a weird universe where it seems like there's like robot type humanoids around, and the cat's going about its day, interacting with other people. Like you see I'm calling them peoples, but they do like Romanoid humanoids. I'm not really sure the whole concept of the gameplay, or you just walking around and exploring, but it looks cool, it looks different. It does have an indie vibe, so I'm not sure how big of a game that really will be. And then we have here got Renewal. So Renewal is one of those games where you're stuck in a loop. And it's funny because there's two games in this announcement event that was like this. Bethesda has one, and Renewal's the other one. Right here we have this female astronaut, and she basically is getting stuck in this loop when she crashes on this alien planet. Then she gets attacked by some type of creatures. But every time she renews, she actually gets like seemingly change, and as well does the planet change as well. And it seems to have that type of top-down view at some points, but there's some shooting combat in there. The story looks intense. The graphics right now look pretty nice, going from some of the gameplay footage we've seen compared to some of what it looks more like it's going to be cutscene. Overall, good and nice looking game. I think it was made by Housemarque, and I think they make a lot of cool other games for the PlayStation and back in the day for the PlayStation 3 as well. Moving on from that, to not have this video be too long, here we go. We got Kana. I think this game looks badass. I want to know more about Kana. I love the vibe of this girl right here, and whatever her abilities really is. I'm just gonna skip ahead in the video a little bit so we can take a look at like the world. Like she has these little creatures that are following around, something to do with souls, the arrow. It's just like a very, you see a new game and you're like, I want to know more about that. This is some high fantasy, but it's just like the character seems cool. The background for the overview for the voice actor. So I don't think we should be sleeping on Kana, and we definitely should be watching this game. I think it looks very, very fun. All right, guys, let's move on from that for whatever else they did go ahead and summon up right now or showcase. Oh yeah, we have a Little Big Planet. Well, spin-off from Sackboy's Big Adventures. Hey, it's a multiplayer Sackboy game. I think Sackboy, if you guys remember my older video for when the PlayStation 3 really was getting big and popular, I thought that Sackboy should have been the mascot for Sony and the PlayStation brand. So I'm all for this. I know like families are going to love to play these games, and yeah, it looks like a fun, family-friendly game. I have no problem with this game at all because I think these games are fun to have on systems. Yeah, we have Soulstorm right here. This one is no not Soulstorm. This is an Oddworld game, and if you've never played an Oddworld game back in the day, they are a old school franchise at this point because 90s was a long time ago at this point, early 90s for the PlayStation consoles with the old Oddworld games. It looks good. It looks really good, especially these. I'm thinking of cutscenes right there where they have the characters looking at each other. It looks really good, and it looks quite challenging with some of the Oddworld games could be. So if you like a 2D kind of scrolling type games, but mixed in with like, more defined 3D elements because of the technology available, this might be the type of game for you. And it looks like they're putting some budget behind this one, and I'm waiting to see more. I won't say this is like an instant pickup for me, but I want to check it out to see what else happened. This is the type of game I hope there is actually a demo for. All right, next up we got ourselves, oh, that's Kana again. We already did that. Oh yeah, good boy. Goodbye, Volcano High. Okay, this game. I'm just gonna be honest. If you're a furry out there, I think this might be your thing. There's no gameplay. I was thinking, is this a type of game that might have something to do with like Life is Strange, where it's like a story based, or the Walking Dead games, the Telltale type games, where it's like you pick your path. But I have no clue. Like I haven't had a chance to read up. This event just happened, so I'm gonna have to look into this more. But I can't say it's gonna be picking up something I pick up right away. Story wise, interesting kind of, but without knowing what type of game it is, just a teaser right now. We'll see more next year when it actually goes ahead and get released. And then we got Ghostwire Tokyo. So Ghostwire Tokyo is some trippy stuff, bro. That's all I can say. There's some trippy stuff. You're playing in first person view. You're in Tokyo like you've never seen it before. You're fighting these creatures that come at you, and you're almost using like jutsu signals with your hands to attack them, casting spells. I want a demo. Like some games, I'm just gonna need a demo before I put down my money, especially $60. And this one, I'm gonna need a demo to actually go ahead and check out myself. I know I have some friends out there who would love to try some games like this for me, but I'm gonna have to see more or play it for myself before I pick this one up because I'm hesitant. I'm just hesitant to see what the actual gameplay is, but thematically, I do think it's actually pretty good. All right, let's go ahead. The Far Shore. So the Far Shore right here didn't really concept. I get it. You're going to another planet. It's a far shore away, but I don't know what this game really is going to be. Is this a Civ game where you're building up a civilization? Just needed to know more information. Didn't instantly grab me with the trailer, and I was kind of annoyed with these little words and letters over the whole entire trailer. So it was kind of annoying seeing that real quick, guys. So this one was a kind of let down for me from a trailer aspect point. Godfall is Godfall. We've known about this game for a while right now. Guess what? It looks pretty, and the combat looks pretty fun. It's being made by Gearbox, I think published by Gearbox, or made by a different studio, but I'm going to say I'm going to want to have to try this one. I'm not going to say instantly I'm going to buy this game just because sometimes games like these, to me, could look really nice in the trailer, but maybe in the long run they don't hold up. I mean, they have a lot of flashy stuff. I'm hesitant. I'm sorry. I'm just so hesitant. This trailer showcases like a game that could be really cool, but it could be really disappointment in the long run too. So like, if you ever want to see a game that needs a beta or some type of early access, might be this one right here or something, because it hasn't sold me yet. This NBA 2K21, not going to show any of this because of copyright reasons and YouTube. This NBA game, if you're going to buy this, you were going to buy it anyways. There's no, if you buy the NBA games, the Madden games, the hockey games, and everything every year, I doubt there's any reason you wouldn't buy the next edition, because that's how you probably are. So like, if that's your thing, you buy it and do your thing. Gran Turismo, yes, Gran Turismo is back, and it's officially called Gran Turismo 7. It's not even like, making it sport or some other random ass name. I am pretty excited because I love how the Gran Turismo games are played. They're played a little more realistic, and it makes the games hard for me. Like I'll be honest, I never get really far in these games in the more newer generations because I'm lost in my skills as a gamer as I've gotten older. Maybe when I was a kid playing GT2 and all that, I was a little bit more willing to spend all the hours. But nowadays, like Project Cars, I'm more those who have a still realistic, but like have the arcadey style to it. I get a little bit more into it farther than Need for Speeds and those type of games. I get a little farther in this game. These games, they're a slow burn for me. I take a long time to progress, to unlock the cars, to get good. But I love the training stuff to help you break on time. I can see why race car drivers like playing these as a sim, and I think they're fun games, and I will most likely pick them up again. I'm not the person going to be playing online in these games. I'm the guy who's going to pick them up and play the single player. All right, guys? And if I didn't say it earlier in the video, sorry that the format of this is just I'm on my cell phone. It's the only thing I have to record with me at the moment. All right, moving on from Gran Turismo, we have ourselves Solar Ash. I think this game just straight up looks cool. Like this just artistically, I love the void or the black hole. Like, think about that. It's a character standing over a black hole, and it looks like he's about to get sucked in. Like, that's a cool looking thing. Like, are you that powerful that you could just stand at the edge of the black hole? If that is a black hole, and then you come to another world, and then there's this big ass god type creatures who tells you should be afraid, and just everything I see from this looks fun, and I could kind of get a hint of how the gameplay might work, so that really works better for me. And I'm super interested in see about games like this. Like I like visually stunning games like this that seem to have interesting gameplay as well, especially with the quick movement of the character. Go check out the trailer of this one right here if you haven't seen it yourself. All right, we got a bunch more to go on with because guess what? Sony it was a banger. It was a banger of an event for when it comes to just showcasing games. It was just gameplay after gameplay after game. Well, game trailer, some with gameplay, some without gameplay, but it was just game after game after game up to revealing the console. It was a complete opposite of what Microsoft did, which was say gameplay or and didn't deliver gameplay and didn't even deliver that much. In fact, right here we can see we have Demon Souls. Guess what? You who know me, I like Demon Souls. Guess what? I'm gonna play Demon Souls. If you haven't played Demon Souls, play Demon Souls. It's a good game. Forget the trailer. Just listen to a gamer. This is a game that started the whole Dark Souls franchise. It's, well, the inspiration for the Dark Souls franchise, the Bloodborne franchise, and so many other games out there. So the Surge, if you know what the Surge is, like a technical version of the Dark Souls Bloodborne theme. This all started because of this game, and I think it's one of those games that I think gamers should at least give a try to see if they can get into it. And now that it's coming out to a new console, give it a try, guys. I'm actually gonna recommend this one before it even comes out because it's a remake and it looks quite well. This is Resident Evil Village. I'm gonna just not show too much of this, except for just skipping through because it's Capcom and them and their whole entire copyright thing with new trailers is kind of crazy. But more Resident Evil, and Resident Evil has been quite high quality of late, so let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see if they're gonna do this one in VR as well. I wouldn't mind throwing a VR helmet and get my butt scared off. Yeah, Deathloop. So I'm not gonna show you the whole trailer for this one as well because copyright things with trailers, even though it's promotional material. I like the gameplay of this game from what I've seen already because it really does remind me of some of the work we've seen in Dishonored, and that's like really impressive. Like it's not the concept of this game, and for the concept right now, guys, is that you're assassin, you're dying, renewing, like the other game with the girl who crashes. You're coming back every single time, and there's a 12. I think it was 8 people you have to kill, but there's a opponent assassin who's trying to kill you at the same time. And yeah, fun concept, cool. You die, come back, but the gameplay itself looks really badass, and the gameplay alone convinces me to want to play a game. I'm all for it. So this is Bethesda sticking to doing what looks to be a lot of single player games, and I respect that, especially with how the gaming landscape is going at right now. And so is Sony. Sony's putting out some bangers of single player games, which we'll definitely will be getting to real soon. So this game, Little Devil Inside. Talk about a great long trailer that shows gameplay, cinema, story elements, and I'm still confused. And I'm like, I just want to know more. Check it out for yourself, Little Devil, and I just want to know more, man. I can't say it looks interesting, it's grasped me. I don't know where it's going, and I just want to know more. And I think that's a good thing for a trailer to do. It doesn't spoil everything. You just want to know more. That's it. And then Horizon Zero, well, not Horizon Zero Dawn. This is Horizon Forbidden West. So we're going west now, guys. And this game looks great. When it comes to these in-game cinematics or whatever could be gameplay right there, I just think this game looks great. And if you haven't played the Horizon game, the first one, do it to yourself and go ahead and grab a PlayStation 4 and go play it. I really think it's an excellent game. There's rumors that this game might be coming to PC somehow, maybe through GeForce streaming or through direct downloads. I don't know how it's going to happen, but if you have access to a way to play this game, PlayStation Now, play it. It's a great game, great story, and I think I'm going to introduce it to my girlfriend because I think she would like the actual story of this game as well. Aloy is a powerful female character, like really good. I think she's excellent. I think it's just such a well-done game. All right, moving on from there, we have Bugsnax. Yeah, the people who made Octodad made another video game, and it's fruits that are bugs that when you eat these fruits, your body and your limbs turn into other fruits. And at the end of the trailer, there was a fruit bug monster that came at the camera that got everything kind of more serious per se. Weird walrus type. It's like the Octodad game. Just go check out the trailer yourself and just like be weirded out and be like, yeah, maybe I should. Like, even I eventually tried out Octodad and I Am Bread and those type of games. Like, and those are not my I Am Goat. Eventually, you'll get a chance with somewhere along the line. You'll probably end up like, all right, everybody else is trying to. Let me just try it out. This is like one of those games. Like, if I have a way to try this out, sure. If this comes out on PlayStation Plus or down the line, I'll try this out. All right. Moving on from there, we got not Little Big Planet. We got Astro's Playroom. So yeah, I like these characters. If you have the VR headsets, or like the controller on the PlayStation 4, these are or the camera as well. These are little guys you can play with. So this seems like a family friendly game. Just play with friends. I think it's fun. If it costs money, like more than $20, I probably wouldn't get it. But maybe this will be another like thing that comes free with the PlayStation to test out your controller. That's what it kind of was. Test out your camera, your controller, and all the features. I don't know if this is a full-fledged game, but it kind of seems like it's a little bit more in depth than the little tech demos we got last time with the PlayStation 4. And last few right now, guys, there was a lot of content. I really wanted to go through everything in one video for you guys. It's Hitman. So we got a new Hitman announced, Hitman 3. And guess what? I was so happy that I was actually able to finish the first Hitman like of this trilogy. Finished it out, all the contracts, had a lot of fun with it. Absolution, played the heck out of that game on PC. Hitman 2, I played the demo, played a bunch of it. I just haven't picked it up yet. I know I'm like crazy for how much I like Hitman. I haven't picked it up, but I really like what the Hitman games are going for these days. It's a weird. I loved how Absolution did it with the story element of it, but the gameplay of the newer Hitmans is so much fun that I'm like, I'm gonna take gameplay over how much I want to see like a crazy story with Agent 47. So yeah, 2021 for this one. Death awaits. Moving on from there. Oh, this is just a summary of all the games. That's the future awaits. Yeah, Pygmy. I don't know what this is. I don't know what Pygmy is. It looks like something could be out of Konami's head, Kojima's head. I don't know what this game is. Call me. I'm gonna move on. Leave this one to. Let me know what in the comments what you think of Pygmy. What do you think Pygmy is? Like this girl ends up on the moon without a helmet with some guy, and then says that's the future, and this game's not coming out to 2022. So we probably got a long way of build up till we see what the heck Pygmy is. It looks okay from these CG trailers we've seen, but I couldn't even tell you what a Pygmy is. Well, I mean I know what a Pygmy is, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it is referenced to. Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales. So you go check this out for yourself. Copyright reasons, Marvel, you all know that stuff. Guess what? It's Miles Morales as Spider-Man. If you like Spider-Man, and if you like very good controlling video games, you will probably like this new game as well, because the first Spider-Man game was excellent. One of the best rated games of this generation, and I would highly recommend you go play that Spider-Man game, and I'm pretty sure this one's going to probably do pretty well as well. So I'm fairly confident in the quality of this if they even stay at the same quality of the last game. And I know some people think this is going to be just DLC. Well, they haven't announced Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man game, for the PlayStation 4, so I don't think this is going to be DLC. This is going to be probably its own standalone game. Maybe it's not as big, who knows? But even the DLC for the regular Spider-Man that came out was quite significant as well. So I'm pretty confident this will be a standalone game. The GTA 5 thing was weird that they started this off, but up till the release of GTA 5 on the PlayStation 5, they will be giving out a million online GTA bucks to everybody. This trailer got really downvoted because people thought it was going to be GTA 6. But hey, if anything else, the fact that Sony and Rockstar are working together is probably good for the game industry as a whole, that they're still making deals. Because you remember back in the PlayStation 3, there was a deal of some rumored game is coming, so maybe this is a build up to support GTA 5 for a few more years with online content, not the story based stuff, and then hopefully we'll see GTA 6 in 22 or 23. But Rockstar will announce GTA 6 whenever they want to. I don't think GTA game will ever be announced on somebody else's stage or somebody else's platform. GTA is bigger than when a GTA game gets announced. It's an event. It's its own event. It doesn't need to share the stage with anybody, that type of game. So yeah, that was basically everything. GTA was the first thing that was announced, but I saved it for the last thing for us guys. I think overall the event was good in the sense that they showed, like, that's a lot of tabs. There was so many games, so much content, and I think it was quite impressed with many of the games. There's only a few games I even said anything negative about overall, and there's only a few of them I don't know anything about because the trailers didn't show anything at all. Like, it just is how it was. So I think PS5 is in the books for me personally. If the price is right, I would want to get the digital version, but I thought about it. Let's say the all digital version is $100 cheaper. I'm throwing out some wild speculations right here. Let's say the regular PlayStation 5 is $600 and the digital version is $500. Random prices, but Sony's done a $600 console before. That $100 savings sounds so sweet. But then I thought to myself, how do you get games the cheapest in the end? And a lot of times it's end up going to be physical. In the end, like Mafia 3 was a game I really wanted to play, but I never wanted to play it for a full price. I didn't feel like I wanted to spend the $60, and I was able to get that game new eventually for under 20 bucks. So under 20 bucks, I was able to get the game brand new. And I was like, well, that works out quite well for me waiting a year. I didn't, I waited long enough for the game to drop in price for me to get it a good price. And I think we're not going to get those sales ever on digital. We're not going to get the brand new Mafia, not ever. I'm sorry, don't say that. You get sales like that cheap eventually, but it takes so long and it's just not fully there yet. And eventually, you're going to be able to get games for cheaper on disc-based consoles faster than you are going to be digital. Now, the other thing I thought about was storage. The storage of 800 gigabytes on the PlayStation 5, even though it's fast storage or whatever. If I'm doing all digital and I'm expecting to buy a bunch of games, I might run out of storage a lot faster than I really want to within the first year. And that was another concern. But then I had to think about it as well. I haven't bought a disc game on my PS4 or any console other than the Switch in a long time. So I'm like, what's the right move here? And I guess it's gonna come down to price. If the all digital version is like $100 and then I hear closer to release that's upgrading the storage in the PlayStation 5 is not going to be ridiculously expensive, especially with the cost of storage. If it's over here, me and my girlfriend, we're going to build her a computer and we just look at storage. And storage is quite cheap, but I know it's not fast as the PlayStation is going to be, but I don't want to play out the butt for storage and then the cost is going to increase. So instead of talking about this forever, I'll probably tackle this on another video. It's all going to be pricing in the end. I think what's going to happen realistically for these two consoles is that the Xbox is going to be $500, the PlayStation is going to be $500 as well for the disc-based console, and then there's going to be like $450 for the one without the all digital. I think that's the price models. I don't think Sony or Microsoft would be, with everything happening in the world right now with coronavirus, all the issues with racial injustice, police, everything else happening in the world right now, and people being out of work all over the world because of the pandemic. People may have less expendable cash to spend on a video game console this coming fall. And if you price yourself out of people's pocket range, and what I mean by that, if you can sell a $600 console and then sell a $60 game and then a $60 to $80 controller and then other accessories, before you know it, but somebody's going to end up spending $600 to $700 to $800 to buy all the games and accessories they want when the console launch, especially if you want a second controller. Because I know some parents and families, they buy a second controller. It's like maybe a single gamer just plays by themselves. They never do, but a lot of people do buy second controllers to play with their friends, couch co-op, or for their, oh my God, if you ever had kids and the kids want their own controllers, anybody else know about that? No, I want my controller. Oh, you gotta try to discipline that shit. But yeah, I think you need to have it at $500 a cap and then allow people to buy the accessories what they want without going over $700 to $650. I think that's like a good starting off price. I think a lot of people would want to spend on the console on day one while being able to get a game or two, or a game and a controller, or a game and a headset, whatever it might be. Been Beaky here. Long time since I've uploaded a video. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to share my opinions on the new announcement. Later, guys.